This is homework 48, solving linear systems using any method. So our first one, if we look at it, problem 1, we already have opposites, so we can add these together. So when I add them together, I get 2x equals, my y's cancel out, and I get 2x equals 20. Divide by 2, x equals 10. If x equals 10, I can plug that into any of the equations. So let's plug it into the top one. 10 plus y equals 13, so y must equal 3. So our solution is 10, 3. Second problem, well, if we multiplied this bottom equation by 3, we'd get 6x minus 3y equals 15, and then when we add them, we're creating opposites, so I have 7x, my y's cancel, equals 21, so x equals 3, and then we could substitute that in anywhere. I'll put it into that top equation, so 3 plus 3y equals 6, so 3y equals 3, y equals 1. Solution is 0.31. 4, we're already solved for x, so because we're already solved for a variable, I can substitute that in for x in my other equation. So I can say negative 3y minus 4 plus 3y equals 9. So negative 3y and positive 3y cancel each other out. Does negative 4 equal 9? No, so we have no solutions. What kind of lines do we have here? We've got parallel lines. On this one, well, let's multiply this top equation by negative 1, so we get negative 3x minus 2y equals negative 8. Now when we add them together, our x's cancel. We get 2y equals 8, so y equals 4. And then we can substitute that in anywhere. I'll choose the top equation, 3x plus 2 times 4 equals 8. 3x plus 8 equals 8. So when we subtract 8 from both sides, we get 3x equals 0. So that means x must equal 0. So our solution is 0, 4. 5. We already have opposites. So we're going to get 4x, and our y's are going to cancel. 4x equals 8, so x equals 2. Substitute that in. 2 plus 2y equals 4. So 2y equals 2, so y equals 1. So our solution is 2, 1. 6. Well, there's a bunch of different things we could do on 6. Let's move our y over. So there's a bunch of different ways you can do this. If I multiplied this top equation by negative 1, right, we get negative 3x equals negative 2y minus 4. And then if I move that y over, I added 2y to both sides. So I like doing elimination. So then we get negative 3x plus 2y equals negative 4. And our top equation I'll rewrite down below is 3x plus y equals negative 2. Now when we add them together, our x's cancel. And we get 3y equals negative 6. So y equals negative 2, and then you can plug that in anywhere. We plug it into the top equation. 3x plus negative 2 equals negative 2. If we add 2 to both sides, 3x equals 0, so x must equal 0, so our solution is 0, negative 2. Seven's already solved for a variable, so we'll just substitute this in for y. 4x minus 2 times 2x plus 1 equals negative 2. 4x minus 2 equals negative 2. That cancels, and negative 2 equals negative 2, so we have all real numbers are solutions. 8 is already solved for x, so we'll substitute this in for x right there, so 2 times x minus 3y equals 20, substituting in y plus 6, 2y plus 12 minus 3y equals 20, 2y minus 3y, and subtract 12, that makes negative y equals 8, so y equals negative 8, plug that in here, x equals y negative 8 plus 6, x equals negative 2, so our solution is negative 2, negative 8. Word problems. The length of a rectangle is 2 centimeters more than 4 times the width. If the perimeter of the rectangle is 34, what are its dimensions? So if we have a rectangle and we've got length equals 2 centimeters more, that's adding to 4 times the width. So length equals 4 times the width plus 2 centimeters. This would be width, this would be width, this is 4 times the width plus 2 centimeters. So all the way around, the perimeter is 34. So that means if we added up all these sides, 4w and 4w and w and w, how many w's does that make? That's 10w. And 2 and 2 makes 4. And that equals 34. So 10w equals 30. So w must equal 3. If w is 3, then what is the length substituted in here? 4 times 3 plus 2, 12 plus 2 is 14, so length is 14. It costs $1,278 for a group of 80 people to attend a ball game. An adult's ticket costs $18 and a child's ticket costs $9. How many adults and how many children attend the game? Alright, so we've got adult plus child equals how many people? 80. Equals 80. An adult ticket is 18, so 18 times adult plus $9 times the child costs us $1,278. So there's how we set it up, and then we could use any method we want to solve it. Let's multiply the top equation by negative 9. So we get negative 9a minus 9c equals negative 720, right? So this would make 9a equals, and then 1278 minus 720 is 558 divided by 9. So 62 adults. So if 62 adults went, then that means 18 children went, because we needed to add to 80 people. The length of a rectangle is 7 centimeters more than 3 times the width. If the perimeter of the rectangle is 46 centimeters, what are its dimensions? Alright, so this is the same type of deal. Length equals 3w plus 7. This is 3w plus 7. This is w. This is w. And our perimeter is 46. So we add them all up. And we've got 3w and 3w and w and w. So that makes 8 w's plus 14 7 and 7, and that equals 46. So 8W equals 32, W equals 4. So if the width is 4, then the length is going to be 3 times 4, which is 12, plus 7 is 19. Three, the sum of the ages of Petra and her mother is 54. Her mother is 15 years more than twice as old as Petra. How old are Petra and her mother? So Petra plus mom equals 54. Mom equals, her mother is 15 years more than twice as old as Petra. So twice as old, 2p plus 15 is what mom equals. So now we can plug this in for mom. So that means Petra plus, instead of mom, right, I'm plugging in 2p plus 15, and that equals 54. So this means 3p plus 15 equals 54. So 3p equals 54 minus 15. What is that? 39. 39. So p equals 13. So Petra is 13 years old. So that means mom is going to be, if we plugged in a 13 here, 2 times 13 plus 15, 26 plus 15. So mom equals, what is that, 41? A jumbo jet carries 280 passengers, either in first class or in coach. If the average first class ticket is $640 and the average coach ticket is $373, the airline will gross $112,450 if the plane is full, rounding up to the nearest whole person. How many passengers are in first class and how many are in coach? Alright, so first class plus coach equals 280. Right? 640 for the first class plus 373 for the coach ticket equals 112,450. So what should we do? We can multiply this whole top equation by, we're going to get a big huge number here, by negative 373. So we get negative 373f minus 373c equals, and 280 times 373 is 104,440. We want to subtract that because it's negative. So we get 640 minus 373 is 267. So 267f equals, and then 112,450 minus 104,440 is $8,010. So now we'll divide by 267. So 8,010 divided by 267 equals, so there were 30 first class people. That or travelers. That means that if there were 280 total, right, that would mean that there's, for coach travelers, that means that there is 250 coach travelers. And 6 here. The attendance at a school concert was $578. Admissions was $2 for adults and $1.50 for children. The total amount of money collected was $985. How many adults and how many children attended the concert? Okay, so adults and children. So adults plus children equal how many people? 578. So 578. Admission was $2 for adults, so 2A plus $1.50 for children, 1.5 C for children, and the amount collected was $985. So let's multiply everything by, let's multiply the top equation by negative 1.5, negative 1.5. So we get negative 1.5A minus 1.5C equals negative, and 578 times 1.5 equals 867. So minus 867. So now we're going to get 0.5A equals, and 985 minus 867 is 118 divided by 0.5. So that means to multiply by 2. So that's 236. So 236 adults, and that would mean 578 minus 236. 342